think now I'm live direct on Facebook. I think okay, so if you can see me, please write in a comment. Join me here, and I think this is happening. Okay, good. People are commenting. So, hi. Sorry about the delay. There's been a complete change in how Zoom interacts with Facebook that threw me completely, and Zoom wanted access to everything. And that always scares the hell out of me. And then it was a very different experience. So let's try it this way. This is direct on Facebook, and what used to happen direct on Facebook, there would be a 5-second time lag between the sound and the video. So I didn't like that, but anyway, we're here Saturday morning, a bit late. Apologies for that. So so what? It's a gorgeous day here, and there was another huge wave of energy coming in last night that really really amped things up. And I went out, meditated, and the energy was lovely. I went to bed and woke up about 2:30 in a lot of pain. So much so that I thought, oh Christ, am I having a heart attack? And I lay there and thought, no, I'm not actually having a heart attack. But it felt very, very intense through my heart, solar plexus, heart, and throat, that were, as I lay and watched, and all three areas were very, very tight and very, very painful. And there was this extraordinary unwrapping happening deep, deep, deep in my field, that something I've never experienced the likes of before. It really took me by surprise. So once I'd got over the anxiety of am I about to have a heart attack, or am I in the middle of a heart attack, I could just relax into it and allow the process to unfold and to move more deeply. And there was an extraordinary amount of very, very, from my perspective, then very, very colourful light working into our system last night, through the night. Maybe you're experiencing or have been experiencing something like that. Let me know in the comments how things are going for you. But I think we're going to be having one after another of these waves now, just non-stop in a sense. And the only thing we can do with that is just move into alignment as smoothly as possible. Receive the energy, because it is there. Consciously receive the energy, because it is there to amplify and speed our evolution, to release us from low frequency patterning and constructs, and help us to move more and more deeply into 5th, 6th, 7th dimension. So let's do something to support that today. And what I was looking at yesterday was this, something we've worked with before, but it was really strong yesterday. As I was meditating yesterday evening, the sushumna, the central column, just really expanding. And I think this was a part of why I was in such a lot of pain last night. It was a part of that process. So join me in this, okay? So just allowing your awareness to flow into your body, into your system, using the breath to help draw you deeper. Opening up the whole of the body with the breath. Giving the body permission to let go of any patterns of tension, any anxiety, and just settle into your cell tissue. You might sense as you turn your attention inwards and consciously do that thing of turning all of the energy that flows out into the world through the eyes, turn it back into your inner world. And use that focus to open things up too. And as soon as you begin to focus inwardly, you notice places that are a little bit tight. Perhaps where there's a little bit of holding. Just breathe into these spaces, letting them be, not pushing or forcing them away, not needing them to be in any way other than they are, but also recognizing that bringing attention and breath to them changes things. Often these patterns simply need to be seen in order to relax, in order to let go. Connect with the whole field of these meditations. A friend of mine posted guidance that she'd received yesterday about the strength of coming together as a field, and this is something I've been working with and aware of for years, that this time, or there would come a time when group fields would have a powerful impact on this planet, and we are here at this time. So connect consciously with everyone else doing this meditation. A lot of people will be doing it as a replay over the coming days, but trusting that multidimensionality includes all of them now, in this perfect present moment. So just allowing for that, inviting all dimensions of your greater self to be present, and the whole team of guides, which are aspects of you, aspects of us that haven't integrated or are staying non-physical in order to support. So just inviting all of them, the guides that work with you, the guides that work with me, to help set this field, to help amplify and strengthen it. And as the field strengthens, it gives us a deeper access, a smoother access to our own inner world, our own inner workings. And just come into the spine. Really feel your way into the spine at the neck. Opening out spaces between the vertebrae, allowing the nerves, any pinching of the nerves, any tightness, to just let go. Inviting the non-physical support to help open out the energy of your spine, rippling through the nervous system, traveling right the way down the spine. On the inside, deep inside the body, the spine is Each individual vertebrae is a big piece of bone, a big chunk of bone, getting bigger as we drop down the spine. So focus onto the inner face of the spine and the nerves flowing out of the spinal cord. The spinal cord itself. And you notice quickly how easily and simply this relaxes the whole system, coming into contact with your nervous system. Dropping right the way through the body, through the belly, into the pelvis, feeling the sacrum and the coccyx, parts of the spine. Opening out into the hip joints and the pelvic floor. And again, just giving the whole body, the whole energy field, complete permission to relax and let go. To be unveiled in these times, these moments where you take time for yourself and join in an amplified field with others. And so recognize the spine as a column of energy. That doesn't end at the spine. It drops deep into the earth. So allow your awareness to continue running the spine energy down into the earth. Noticing how the earth receives you, allows you, invites you, welcomes you. Notice how the earth opens to you. And feel into this deep connection, into the core of this planet, the radiant core of light, at the heart of this extraordinary being that gives us this experience of physical incarnation. Take time to recognize that beautiful partnership, and that we are a part of this unfolding, this shift. It is planetary, but we, with this column of light that runs through us, make a huge difference to the nature of this shift. So be aware of that purpose as you feel your connection deep into the core of the earth. Here you receive energy, wisdom, codes from the earth, but you also transmit through this column to the earth. What you transmit, only you can transmit. No one else has the unique set of frequencies that are yours. Hold that awareness, regardless of what you have done, where you have been, what has happened in your life to you, regardless of how evolved you feel. Nobody transmits in the way you do. And you are an important piece of the puzzle. And breathe your way back through this column of light to the level of your heart. And inviting energies from this column of light to flow through your heart. Excuse me. Opening there, expanding the radiance of your heart and expanding the radiance of this whole column. That heart radiance ripples out 360 degrees all around you. Allow that to expand and allow those frequencies to feed into this column of light as we begin to open up the column and rise through the body, through the chest and the neck, through the head, taking some time in the head just to open up space, open up the capacity to receive, and imagine the crown opening like a flower. Even the bones, the many bones, the sutured bones of the skull, softening, opening just a millimeter to allow more space. And recognize that column rises out into the cosmos. Receiving frequencies, codes, intelligence from beyond this planet, beyond this solar system even. So as we focus into that upper part of the column, inviting any obstacles, any debris, any patterns, any impingement on the flow of energy through this cosmic aspect of your column of light, just to be released now, to come into balance. Any patterns of interference that may have taken place over thousands or millions of years, just to let go, so that you come more and more into your stream of light. And just allowing more and more flow. That flow to strengthen, brighten through you. The column usually looks like crystalline bundles of fiber optic cabling. And each time we do this, the column expands inside us. It carries more light. Give permission for that, for this column of light that you are, to expand. And this is one of the effects of these flows, these waves of energy that we are receiving, is that they dissolve, wash away constriction, so that we can carry more frequency, more energy. And another word for the energy that we carry is power. But the power isn't ours. It's universal power that flows through us. Allow yourself to be a conduit for universal power that seeks to ground itself on this planet now. Through you. Through us as an amplified field all over the world. This column of light opening up inside you, anchoring more flow deep into the earth, receiving more from the cosmos, and recognize it is a two-way flow. The earth transmits through us out into the cosmos too. So as we focus into this column, we can instruct that if there are any ways in which this flow is being siphoned, any other civilizations, beings, organizations that are taking energy from your flow, that ends now. As a sovereign being, you have the right to command that. And with each of these instructions, you may sense a strengthening, a brightening, a solidification, without being solid at all, of this energy, this flow. When we end our physical incarnation, when the body returns to the earth, and the emotional body dissolves and the mental body falls apart, this is what is left. No longer attached into the earth, but this is what we are. So allow this column of light to hold you, to hold the body, to be bigger than the whole body, as you receive more and more crystalline frequencies from all over the cosmos. You may sense that deep inside this column, more of the bundles of cabling, more of the fiber optics are being switched on. Give permission for that. And allow the light, the frequency of this column to penetrate into all areas of your body, bringing balance, bringing harmony, clearing old patterning, washing away cellular memories, because at this point there's a lot of old memory opening up. Just have that washed away, recognizing the wisdom of the experience is integrated, and just travel up and down this column slowly, connecting into the earth ever more deeply, receiving ever more fully, and checking through this column if there are places where the energy is tight, where it needs your awareness, your attention, just to help open things up. And again, we instruct any implanted devices, any elements of control, any technologies that no longer serve our highest purpose. We invite their complete release through all dimensions, all timelines, all lifetimes, all worlds, so that the flow becomes ever more free. Now take time in the throat and concentrate some of this flow in your throat to help open any patterning there. There's a lot of help and support coming in from other dimensions. Receive that help and support. Bow, wow, 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 wow. And then drop deeper into the heart. Again, just widening the flow at this level. Recognizing often we have guarded our heart, afraid of the amount of energy that could express itself here, holding back slightly. Let that go now. Beautiful shifting. And then dropping into the solar plexus. Point of power in the human system, personal power. Much confusion over power. We have all made mistakes and screwed up. And that's totally as it's meant to be. But now this is not about power over, which is a huge expression on this planet at this point in time, but simply about becoming powerful, full of power, full of radiance, full of energy, full of integrity and light. Opening out spaces, any tension, any old patterning ready to dissolve, to be washed away by this fierce flow of energy. Just allowing that. The whole of the physical body contained and held in this, your column of light. So stand on the planet as a column of light, and deeply anchored, vastly receiving, connected out into the cosmos, to the star that you are through all eternity, receiving from suns and galaxies and star systems, flowing those frequencies here, a part, an integral part of this shift, this unstoppable momentum. Recognize that deeply for yourself, washing away all doubts, all fears, all of the places you may be holding out, holding back. Have them washed away, offered to this flow. Surrender to the flow. And receive it deeply. This is what we came to do. We just need to take a moment or two whilst there are some quite significant patterns releasing through our collective field. So we'll just hold that. You might experience this as energy releasing deep through the core of this column of light. We have been limited in what we could receive, but all of those limitations are falling away now. And all of the architecture of limitation is dissolving. And this is a part of that. Okay, that's done. You might feel that shift that took place there. And so it's easy to be in this column of light, to be this column of light, to open up the flows and to strengthen this column. It's a useful thing to do for yourself, but also for this shift. Okay, so I'm just offering thanks to all of you that have showed up and to all of the beings that have showed up. And yeah, let me know how this worked for you. Okay, have a great weekend. I'll be in touch very soon. Take care. Bye-bye.